Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday mornings messages of love from above. And what a great day this is. If you saw the trailer coming in, we are having memberships added to YouTube. I'm excited about that. Before we get into all that, though, most important thing is to send love out to the world because that is how we change things ourselves. We can't change people's minds, but we can help change people's hearts by pulling out and pushing out unconditional love out of our hearts into the world. So if you want to join me in doing this, I'm more than welcome that. Whether you're watching this on replay or live, I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And we just allow the love to flow down into our hearts and fill us up and flow out to the world, circling the globe in a giant bubble of love, sparking every heart higher and higher and higher towards unconditional love. And of course, if you are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, your body, your heart, for a loved one, for a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now as well. Just take it in like a giant tree takes in the sunlight from the sun. Take it into your being, into all of the cells of your body, every part of your subconscious, your consciousness, your upper higher self, your entire being. And let it do what it wants to do. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me the space for that as well. So, as I was mentioning, I'm so excited that we are bringing in memberships. It's just another way to help support the love tsunami, and I'm offering extra things for those who want to go into a deeper relationship with spirit and with me, of course. We'll join this together, and as I say in the video, I'm excited to grow our Zen together. So, if you're interested, here's the video of the memberships. So if you want to check that out, that is the video there that talks about I will be having giveaways weekly for new members. And then also just for watching the video and commenting on it. And of course, hitting the like button on it also will get you entered into a month end drawing where I'm giving away a lot of things as well. So be sure to check that out. I'm super excited because we'll have other membership levels as I expand. I'm going to move into a teaching type of adventure, and I hope to have you guys adventure with me that want to dive deeper into the spirit world. What else? What else? Of course, we do have my regular weekly giveaway. Um, which every Tuesday I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away to everyone on Mondays. And that'll tell you how you can get into the drawing, what I'm giving away, and all that kind of fun stuff. Also, right now I have a Crazy Zen super sale going on here with 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and also off of my personal recorded readings. So I'm giving away, giving away, giving away. I just love giving away things. All of that information is also listed in the description box of the video. So if you're interested in getting more, um, a reading or any of that, all of that's listed in there as well. All right. And then let's see what else we have here. 'cause, I'm just a giving away kind of person, ain't I? So, each week, I also put out a pick a card reading that's free, and, uh, I have a ton of pick a cards available on my homepage if you ever are looking for more messages of love. This week's was how can I transform my numbness, which, sometimes we might have these feelings where we don't have any feelings at all, right? And there's nothing wrong with feeling any emotion, lower vibrational all the way up to the higher vibration. We come here for that. And I like how Spirit mentions that in this video. But then they also talk about when you're tired of feeling numb, here's ways that you can transform it. So I like it. I like it. And then we had a new Take 10 with Zen come out this morning. I'm loving doing these. This one these are 10-minute videos where 10 minutes or less, where we talk about connecting to the spirit world. We connect how to connect to our higher selves, our powerful selves, get out to know ourselves better. And also I answer questions from my subscribers too. So be sure to check that out. This one is all about heartache. And then episode 8 is about heartbreak. There is a difference. And episode 8 is already available for members. So that's part of those opportunities for the praying mantis level. Allows you to have advanced. You get to see everything first. So I like that. So those are all the announcements. Blah, blah, blah. I know. So we will get into the readings here. Let me just make sure. I'm going to take a quick screenshot here. And just to make sure we have all of these as I break out the chat here so I can see it more clearly. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what's going on here with YouTube, but they delete all the comments. So I do have all the comments that were made up to this point screenshot. So I will go by those because they just, on my end at least, they just all disappeared. So that's not nice. But we have it. We have it all captured. So we are good to go here. And if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, we got a great soul family here, um, made up of people with huge hearts and or huge senses of humor. A lot of them have both, which is great. So I love that. So the free readings, how they work is I go down in order, first come, first serve, down the list here. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for general guidance or general reading, whatever. Spirit knows what you want, and so we'll pull cards for that. Anyone who makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings. I step out of the free readings and then dive deeper into those as well. And then I return back when I'm done and move down the list. I'm usually on for a couple hours, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want to make sure I get to your reading, a donation of any amount will prioritize it. I don't look at the dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet, moon to moon, wherever. So whatever you give, I know you're giving of your heart, and that's what it's all about, right? You can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment at the top, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. It's also in the description box of the video if that's more convenient. And that's how you can do all that. So, boom, boom, boom. That's what we have. So let's get started. I did have something weird happen last night. I know. No, don't worry. This isn't that kind of channel. This is so Nicole, um, you had donated a couple of donations via Venmo, and you said you had commented in the chat, but I didn't see it anywhere, and it showed up like a half hour after the live had ended. So I don't know what was going on, something weird, but we just know everything happens for a reason. So as I mentioned to you, I will put you first since we didn't get to yours last night. And then I do have two other donations that are disappeared now, but I do have them saved. So, Shivani, you'll be next, and then Patty. So, let's get going here, and then we'll get into the free readings. All right. So, Nicole, you wanted to know about abundance, especially in the next month or so. So, let's take a look. I am going to be using the Tarot of Dreams and then the True Heart Tarot intermittently here. All right. Let's take a look here. So, we've got here's your finances. And this one right here. They really, really, really want that one. And then you also wanted to know about health. And of course, for everyone, um, check out the disclaimer in the pinned, I'm sorry, in the description box of the video, because we've got I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a counselor. I'm not certified or licensed in any of those things. And of course, tarot here in the United States, we have to say it's, for entertainment purposes. Everyone always makes the decisions on their own. And always, it's a good idea to seek professional certified assistance in anything. So, that's the disclaimer made, and there we go. So let's get started here. So, Nicole, let's see here. What do we have going in here? Wow. So, for finances, there is some wonderful, beautiful adventure going on here. I know you're like, what the heck is this? Well, you got the devil card, which is not a bad card. It's our shadow. It's the source of our freedom that helps us get out of the cage of beliefs and thoughts, which here's the seven of swords. Both of these two working together here tell me that there are some underlying beliefs around abundance that are these deceiving thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've had given to you throughout your life, because the devil card here shakes and rattles our cage to bring forward these beliefs to our face in not subtle ways, so that we're like, oh, I see it now, and we can release ourselves from them. And that's where the freedom comes, the kind of escaping from the cage, but without our swords, without these beliefs anymore that are rooted in fear. I like the Page of Wands here too, because there is this energy here of where we focus our energy is what grows and expands. I kind of went into these, the subjects of these in my Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5. So I posted here at the beginning, and it's also in the description box of the video here, a link to the playlist, or you can find it on my main page too. But they talk about underlying beliefs, the Six of Pentacles energy of around this out of balance sense of worth, and which is the subconscious stuff that's pushing away abundance, that doesn't allow it to come in. It's like a forest field. So check that out. I think that's number 4. Well, that's number 5. Number 4, I believe, is about it, they're all about fate and about our um, the timing of things. But they talk about energy, where we invest our energy, and what we're drawing in, where our focus is what goes. So I really feel for your abundance, you can really open it up. I feel like you have been having it struggle to come in for you. It can be love, it can be abundance, it can be whatever we're trying to achieve. If our little child self is like, no, no, you don't deserve it yet, then that's where we can do some work to transform it. And I talk about that in both of those videos. So check those out. Um, because you do have this ability here to feel this coin independence and to create this place of abundance. I was wondering why I got these two cards in the middle between the two questions, but this is showing you the possibilities of what can come forward for you if you'll release those things, if you'll change your focus of your energy, and transform this giving and receiving out of balance abundance that was created when you were like 7 years old and younger. That's what had been bugging you all your life. So I like this release that comes in there, and what a great outcome that would be. And then, yeah, and then I see here it does have to do with your health too. You've got the balancing of your heart and your mind that comes in here. Here's the Ace of Swords. She um, is gonna help, like, with this work here too, because this helps with abundance, health, everything that are is impacting our body, any of the stress, any of the fears that we have. This Queen of Swords helps us connect to the capital T truth of the higher realm, and she, at the same time, helps us, this is the Libra energy, the balancing of the scales. We're given all those fears around health, around everything, really. So many roles, right? That we're afraid of failure, we're afraid of losing conditional love and everything. But those come in there that it's on that side of the scale. But as we connect to the capital T truth, we have truths that are added on here that lift the balance here, but it's a double-edged sword. At the same time as we're questioning our beliefs from before, we'll slice those away, so this has stuff falling off of it, this has stuff being added to it, and it allows it to balance. But those things that I mentioned earlier will definitely help with that balancing too. So I like this coming in here because for health, you do have this ability for the 10 of cups to feel full and overflowing, endings and new beginnings, and the wands energy, all of this energy where we're feeling exhausted. A lot of this energy comes back. You have two tens, which is endings and new beginnings in a positive way. You have Sagittarius energy that brings in energy. You have Pisces energy that brings in this beautiful emotional feeling. When we're stressing, it impacts our body, right? It goes into fight or flight mode. Most of our things that happen to our bodies are from dis-ease, right? And stress related. So the more that we can release those things and move from fear into beautiful gratitude and unconditional love and joy and happiness, the more that our body uh, can stay out of fight or flight mode and heal itself. It's a huge, amazing healing machine, right? So that is what I feel they have for you right now, Nicole. Apologies again for whatever happened with YouTube last night, but and Venmo, but hopefully you'll get this message. I'll try to post it on the reply I put on last night's video as well. So many blessings to you. All right. So Shivani Rawal, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know, has Vidit told his friends about you? All right. Now that he's on a trip with them in Spain. And is he missing you? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Has he told you friends? And are they missing? So let's see what. All right. Okay. Well, feel like here that this is, I mean, here is like this wish come true, dream wishing upon a star, dream come true. And we have the Six of Wands here, which represents victory and standing forward and boasting, even with this Leo type of energy of going, yeah, you guys won't believe, blah, 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 So they are sharing about you, about their happiness around what they have. So I feel like to close friends, um, because I feel like they've had this tentativeness before in the past, where among some of them there's competition and conflict, and here's that Leo energy again. But I feel like um, they know who to tell because other ones get all like, "Well, I'm blah 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 blah." It's like a competition. So that's why I feel like they're telling just the close ones because the other ones, and then also whenever they've mentioned it in the past, they feel like it curses it. It's funny. But there's this release that comes in with all of that. And then, are they missing you? I think so. Got the Lovers card here and the Six of Coins, the giving and receiving, both sixes here, this equal. So it feels like to the extent that you miss them is how they miss you. There's this, six is three on each side. It's like this equality in feelings that are in here. So I feel like they are here, this is unmistakable with that. So I like it for you, Shivani. They're boasting to the closest, specifically to the closest. And again, with that star card, that's like a dream come true, wishing upon a star. So it's positive things that they're saying, and just like, I just, they're this and they're this, and they make me feel this, and I'm just really excited. So, very positive things coming through, Shivani. So that's what they have for you. Thank you again for your donation. And Patty, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. You are a Leo, so we just talk about Leo energy. No dissing meant by that. That lion energy that they like to boast. They like to show they're king of the jungle. They like to shine. They naturally shine. It's all okay. So let's take a look here. So you want to know what lies ahead for you? All right. So money, career, health, and relationship from August 5th to August. Um, Oh, from August to August for a whole year. All right. So is your life getting better? Let's take a look here. Of course, disclaimer made about health and all of I'm not a money guru or licensed or anything like that. So be sure to check out the disclaimer in the video. And let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? First of all, let's look at money and career. Those I feel are intertwined ish. So got 2 and 2 for those. And then health. And then here is relationship. Thank you. All right. So for money for this next year, well, you got some sevens going on here. So you've got 2 sevens, which there's this energy like it feels like there's been blocks, right? Deceiving emotions that make you feel small and deceive you and have kept things from you in the past. But these are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, which has spawned some emotional confusion around money. It feels like there's just, when it comes to money, it just things kind of get out of whack and kind of haywire. But that's okay. This is good information. It's like it's based on energy right now, which they're telling you, there's been blocks and the blocks will continue till we look at these. And as I was mentioning a little earlier, if you haven't checked out the Take 10 with Zen, um, episodes 4 and 5 around fate, it'll help you get to the root of these, because it talks about Six of Pentacles and about kind of like Ace of Wands, Two of Wands energy, wherever we're focusing. And it can give you some great things that will free you from this and free you from this confusion, which does allow things to move forward for you there. Yeah. Yeah. Because it also has to do with what's holding you back in career and abundance. Both of those work together. That's why they wanted to have these come out together. Because you got the King of Swords, who rules over thought and belief and mindset. Not only co-rules with the Queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them the master of thought and belief and mindset, which means you have the power to transform and remove these old ways of thinking. That opens up the Wheel of Fortune. Woohoo! Because this is a great card to get, The wheel turns. It is called the Wheel of Fortune. They just abbreviated it wheel here. But it's like even your human side is so happy with how things unfold over this next year for money and career. And I like it because the wheel tells us that everything always happens for us, but sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board with that. But when this card comes up, it's the wheel of the tune of for you, the four tune, and it does get it's even Jupiter energy, which is the bringer of blessings and abundance, right? So if you check out those 2 videos, it does talk about how to balance this, out of balance belief we have in our subconscious about receiving. And then also talks about whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so it explains it in their 2 videos, 10 minutes or less, that just give us some pointers on how to release us from these boundaries that are keeping away abundance and movement and career and different things. So I like those for you. It's great possibilities for wonderful movement forward in success in both career and in money there. And then health, that will also impact health here because health has this and this is all awareness. They're showing you, since you're asking for like a full year, they're going, all right, so here's some stuff you can work on to have the highest experience possible. For health, the Five of Pentacles is like these feelings of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind, these feelings of lack. And again, with the stuff I talked about around money and career, it'll help us transform our beliefs. It'll allow us to have this stepping forward. And kind of like how we just talked about with Nicole at the beginning around health and how stress and how fears impact us, the release of these fears around our worth also help our body to run at full potential. Because the more we're out of fight or flight mode, the more our body gets to be this amazing machine that it is. It's just that when we have so much social monsters, emotional monsters, not a whole lot of physical dangers usually. It's more the social and emotional that's taking us into this fear mode that shuts down our immune system, shuts down our digestive system, floods our whole nervous system with a bunch of adrenaline, which we can be over adrenalized. I guess again, I'm no doctor, obviously, but there's all this stuff that comes in that can impact it. So I like this for you. Good information coming in there. All right, and then let's move into relationship wise here. All right. I see that there is this definitely a lot of thinking and clarifying that's coming in through all this. So again, they're pointing us back to this out of balance that you know the 6 of Pentacles is huge. It's life changing when we realize so much of our ability, our worthiness of receiving, whether it's money, career, health, or love, or whatever, is determined by this little 7-year-old and younger inner child in our subconscious. They're sitting at this kind of control board of these force fields, and they're whatever this out of balance. In the video I talk about, it's 1,000 to 1 where we feel we have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back or one abundance coin back, whatever it is. It's way out of balance. We didn't know any better when we were younger, and it's down under there. And so it's keeping people away, love away, abundance away. Every once in a while when we hit the 1,000, the walls fall down and we're like, "Oh, look, abundance. This is nice. Oh, what happened?" The walls are back up because we're back to 0 and they're hatch marking again to get to 1,000. I go in more detail in those videos, but it's great to check out because you got all this movement of thought and belief. You've got the Chariot with the movement of choice and the Two of Swords, again, closing our eyes and open our heart. There's all this thought and belief and mindset that can be transformed and changed that allows things to come in for us. And then you do have passion also available to come in a very fast way. Like it comes out of nowhere. And I feel like as soon as these walls drop, these thoughts and these beliefs that we have around, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, these things that are tied to fears, and we have this openness of like, okay, creator, you know what I want, but I'm going to trust you to bring me the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. When we're releasing ourselves from these fears of what's attached to this, what if I don't find love, what if it's not the right way, what if supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, right? Get all these um, mental opinions, popular opinions that were given to us all our life. But what I love, for this being your final card for this reading here, Patty, is the Chariot, which is movement and victory. Always great to have. But the Chariot does tell us that regardless of what we've been told something is supposed to mean, how we're supposed to feel, why we're supposed to invest our energy around a situation, and what physical actions we are to take in the physical world. Those are the four suits of the minor arcana. Those are the four different worlds that our human exists in that we've had people try to control what decisions we make around it, but it's up to us. We get to choose, even though we've been convinced supposed to's. I can change my habit. Our habit has formed of when this happens, this is what it means, but I can change the meaning. We've been have a habit when this happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. So we've developed a habit to do that, but I can change how I want to feel. I can change where invest my energy. I can change my actions. I usually say to everyone, you probably heard me say this a ton, Patty, but there's like, you know what? When this little beautiful habit changer for me, something that I do whenever I want to change a habit is I'll put a silent vibrating alarm for every waking hour or half hour, depending on how fast I want to change the habit. Because we learn through repetition. So repetition helps us change it. Just a little, gratitude, joy, whatever it is I want to focus on and change. I do that and it allows us to change there. So hopefully that helps. It looks like a very huge, beautiful possibilities, especially with the Wheel of Fortune being there, and then also the Chariot being victory and movement towards victory. But we hold so much power of creation. So be sure to check out those two videos of Take 10 with Zen. Um, and I feel like they will bring some great tools for you as well. So that's what they have, Patty. Thank you so much again for your donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And let me get rid of that. And we will, I think that is it for the donation. So we will return to the top of the list that I had. Let me just make sure that's not a, okay, yeah, that's not a donation. Um, whatever it's called, when you screenshot, that's what it's called. Since it all disappeared, no fear, I did screenshot them. So at the very top was Dijona Sturgis. So Dijona, you are up first. So what good things are happening? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, you've got a little bit of a pause. I feel like this comes and goes. Almost feel like it's like you're in traffic. It just like your life goes and smoothly, and all of a sudden, okay, here we go. And then, oh, okay, here we go. And then, okay. But it just feels like it's been consistent. And I feel like you've been living this for so long that it doesn't bother you. Which is great, because I know, like, when you have the slow times come here, where it slows down, because this is the 7 of Pentacles, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but you have the High Priestess, so whenever this happens, you're called inward and upward and backward and, behind the veil and diving deep into your emotions here, which sets you free, because the true life that we have here is our spiritual world. We're eternal. That goes on forever. This is just a pretend kind of dream, a game that we play. And so this time where it stops and you go backward and upward is truly a blessing. Um, it is a good thing because it brings you such clarity. It allows you to feel so much more free. I know, like, a lot of my life, I spent a lot of time, alone time, and reflecting on stuff, and I feel so much more freer now than I would have back, if I hadn't done all that. I know it because I can see how my viewpoint is different from a lot of people who were busy with family and relationships, children, and that's something that just takes so much of the energy. It's, life can distract us and pull us out into it with all these things, but because I didn't have a lot of that, um, had a lot of high priestess time. So I like this for you. It feels like a blessing. And that's what they have. So there you go, Dejona. Many blessings to you. Enjoy that. We'll meet you on the ethereal plane. We'll have a party. All right. And Rishi, hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know who is coming in to you in love. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, I do see here, you do have this doorway that's opening up here to the outside world. The 10 of Pentacles normally has, another person, children, grandfather, dog, palace, coin, which is about outside fulfillment. And I see that. It's on the other side of here. The 9 of Swords is insomnia, nightmares, a lot of fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And this is on the other side of that. As you're releasing, you're so close with the 9. The 10 is like, I've had it, where they're laying down and all the 10 swords are in their back. They're just, I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations. I'm free. And this is where you're at here with the 9 here. So um, I do like this here um, coming in here because there is this release that comes in and um, that's what brings you to that place of this is filling abundance. It's just you feel your life is full, spouse and children and home, and you just feel what you felt you haven't had in your life. You feel this wholeness, but it of course starts from the inside out. So I like that. So that is what they have for you, Rishi. They're not giving you details on all those yet. It's the freedom of letting all the fears go that opens the door for you to step through. And right now, they have that veiled. All right. So that's what they have for you. Hey, Seba. Yeah, I've got like 3 screenshots of people that were before you. Somehow YouTube erased everything, but I have them all saved. And you came in yeah, you're quite a ways down the list still. So hang in there. All right, so Divine Feminine Chronicles. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. And you want to know what's coming towards you? A general. Sure. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming towards you right now? Okay. And of course, if anyone wants their reading prioritized, I do honor donations of any kind. I honor that energy exchange, and I do step out and prioritize those and dive deeper as well. So, for anyone else that has come in and is waiting for theirs. All right. Wow. Look at this. Divine Feminine Chronicles. You got 2 kings, very divine masculine energy coming in here, and a lot of thinking. The King of Swords rules over swords. All the kings are given a second portion of air. So this is like 3 parts air, 1 part fire, which is that there's a lot of thinking, a lot of ways that you've been looking at things differently, seeing things from a different perspective. You're cutting away some fears, some old, you know, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that have been holding you back. And this King of Wands with the fire is that you're starting to ignite some of your new ideas that are coming in here. And there's also this message of some communication that's going to start increasing. If you've been waiting for some or wanting some, you're going to start to see communication increase. But it's, again, 3 parts air, 1 part fire, which fire needs air to breathe. But if it's 3 part, it's like a gust of wind. Too much wind can blow out a candle and blow out, are wanting to move forward. So it's like a little more out of your mind and a little more action can nudge things and move things forward too. So that's what's coming through for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. So many blessings for you. And happy Bill, you are up next. So, General, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Oh, well, if you were wondering, should you move forward or wait? This is definitely wait, because you've got the Hanged Man, which is a slow, like, see things from a higher perspective, transformation, things take time. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Coins. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. Takes time for things to unfold. So this is kind of like a patience message. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Just be patient. Things are unfolding perfectly, step by step. Just focus on the very next thing, just the very next thing. Don't get caught up too far in the future. That's where anxiety is. Don't get caught up too much in the past. That's where sadness and depression is. Come back and be here now and be still. See things from a different perspective. Allow the transformation to take its place here. Whenever we have slowness in our lives, it is always happening for us so that we can take the time to raise our self-love, raise our love vibration, connect more to our higher self so that we can be filled with this eternal unconditional love that opens up our ability to love and give love and receive love to the humans in the outside world, because we can't love or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself this much, very little getting out of my heart to the world and very little from the world into my heart, until I expand this, and then I'm filling up. It's a win 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 with all of that. So I feel like that's what's happening now. Is like while you're waiting, if it's waiting for someone else, something to unfold, whatever, you can turn inward and upward and go, what are my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are restricting me? What are my old emotions that were restricting me? What are these that no longer serve me? What can I let go? And what can I focus on that I want to grow? So I like those coming in there for you, Happy Pill. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Magician, whatever Spirit has to tell you. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want to bring forward for you today? All right. You have some movement coming in here. If you're looking for movement around love, well, there definitely is possible with these cards. You've got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion, the offering of love coming, and the Empress, new beginnings, new birth, sensuality, this energy that is coming in here. So definitely there is this, energy of love entering the picture, of movement of love, movement of passion, here, but definitely newness, newness, newness that's coming in and being offered here. So I like it. Very clear message there. So boom shakalaka. And that is what they have for you there. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you so much for your Cash App donation. Starfall, you'll be the next free reading coming up. But I do have, and then Love 1, 2, 3, 4. So boom, boom, boom. So I do have three donations that just came through all at the same time. So Rhonda will be first, and then Lisa, and then Love 1, 2, 3, 4. So thank you guys so much for your donations. Rhonda, Rhonda, my friend. So what does Spirit have for you? What do they need to know? So thank you, of course, for your donation. Let's see what we have here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Okay, those. What else? All right. So you got 2, 2, and 2. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, okay. All right. So, woohoo! So we've got the Six of Swords, which shows movement in love, both two sixes here. Leaving behind old ways of thinking, old fears, is allowing you to have this movement forward here. Movement that starts in the mind rolls out into the outside world. So there's this movement there. Of course, love coming in here. And this can be, um, this energy of love, like romantic, but it also can be, this energy of best friend or in that. But I just really feel like love, it's a more romantic feel than anything. But there's this movement that's coming in here regarding love, and it all has to do with mindset changes. And so, as you've been focusing on the love from above, you've been cutting away your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you. And this also is allowing you to create this place of abundance, this place of your worth, this place of where you feel this wholeness that's in here. So I do like that coming in because it is creating this. It's from the inside out. It's just like reminds me of the Emerald City from the Wizard of Oz. You always have had everything you've wanted inside you. That was the whole theme, right? The lion wanted courage, the scarecrow, wanted a brain, the Tin Man wanted a heart, Dorothy wanted to get home, and they all had all of this within them already, and that's the whole thing is, like, you have all this inside of you, and there's this, energy that, is moving forward and creating this, so I like it. And of course, they bring you back to your higher self with the strength card. Here's your human having this wonderful experience, and you've got the your maiden, your higher self, and this relationship hand in hand together moving forward in life, which is offering you the Ace of Cups, the higher love, because the other outside stuff has not been, fulfilling, right? And so this is what's bringing in emotional stability, this beautiful relationship with your higher self, and you're filling up like the chalice, and then life is overflowing. Right? Yeah, you found yourself, and with all of this, you're able to see things differently. Instead of the world being empty cups, which is like, you know, when we expect it to fulfill us up and have us be all these things, there's this energy of where that's lacking and falling short. When we're full and you found yourself and you're that chalice overflowing, everything else is above and beyond extra because you don't need it to fill you. It's just on top, right? So I like it. So I think what Spirit is wanting you to know here with all of this is they're recognizing the fears you've released, and like kudos and high fives to continue to release those things, because we've got a whole lifetime of those, and they don't take a lifetime to get rid of or to transform, but you are transforming. There is this movement, especially towards love, is where we have huge ones that are uh, you know in imprinted in us. So there has been this change, this flow that's been happening. So I like that for you, Rhonda. I feel like they're saying just keep going, keep flowing, keep connecting, and the more you focus on this hand and paw relationship of your human with your higher self, the more everything just flows instead of it feeling like lacking. So you're so confused. You are this change is different. Yeah, and it's confusion comes in when we're going to fear mode, right? It's like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and da, 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 da. But when we just realize we've got everything we need right here in our own heart, it's like Dorothy closing her eyes and clicking her heels. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. So that's what I feel is coming in for you there, Rhonda Rhonda. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Lisa Sarkar, you were the next donation here. Let me just take a look here and see. Okay, thank you. Needy, you are actually, let me see here. After I finish the donations, there's Starfall LA, and then is when you were. You might have come in when some of the um, disappeared, some of the you know comments had disappeared. But I do have a screenshot, so you're still about 3 more free readings away. So hang in there. All right. So Lisa, thank you for your donation and thank you for posting your question. Anything that your spirit guides want you to know? All right, let's take a look here. See what they have coming in here. Okay. Oh, all right. No, that one, and these two, and this one is related to that. Okay, let's see here. All right. Oh. Okay. So I see what the message they have for you. It's really clear here. Let me just move this out of my way. There we go. So we have the temperance. Yay, we always love a patience card. Whoops, sorry. These are not PG rated. Let me just do this. So we've got the temperance, this balancing that's coming in here. And the Palace of Cups is about creating a place where we feel we can love, where we can express our emotions and feel love. And there's like, just be patient. This is being created. This is way below the sea. The sea level's way up here. So there is this place of safety that's being formed deep within you because you also have the Queen of Cups later who rules over emotion and she's able to dive deep and live in this kingdom down here. So you are developing this solid, safe place to feel your emotions, to express your emotions, to be loved, and to love. And they're saying just be patient as it unfolds. There is movement in that, the temperance. They're not just standing there with two cups, they're going back and forth. So there is movement, there is change. It's transforming from lead to gold. So it's worth the wait, is really what the message with those are. And they're like, they know it's frustrating. The 5 of Wands, this is passions that, ignited from fear, but there's this passion that's transforming. The Tree of Life, this is a card also that's unique to this deck, which is our whole life path. It's the Kabbalah Tree of Life, which we start up way up here as a spirit, and we have all this journey we take to get down to the human form. And they just want to kind of say that your life is not an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. There is very specific things that your soul wanted to experience. And though sometimes things feel very chaotic and very crazy, that there is a pattern and it will transform and you will see why things happened. And you'll understand, why uh, things unfolded the way that they did and the way that they do. And it's good. I like it because you do have love that will be coming, or at least a special relationship of some sort. Can be romantic, it can be with your higher self, it can be with a best friend, an old family member. I kind of feel like it's with all the fire, energy, and passion and all of that. Um, Probably romantic, right? But it could be either. It could be many things, but you do have this love that's being expressed. And here's that Queen of Cups I mentioned, paying attention to your own self-love with the Ace of Cups that you can offer yourself, but also this is about diving deep and understanding your emotions, creating that emotional safe space by filling up with the unconditional love, and that's what allows this new type of relationship to be drawn in. Because we've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. These are power of choice cards. The twos, they always tell us that every moment we get to choose what we're growing in our life, right? We get to choose what emotion we want to feel. We get to choose what energy we're investing in. Whatever our intentions are is what grows. So, we've talked about how if I'm focusing on that I don't have love in my life or a job or this or that, whatever, when I'm focusing on what's missing, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy missing things in my life. Can you make me miss it longer and maybe even miss more things? And they're like, sure, we're right there with you. you know, or if I hate something in my life and I'm like, I really, really hate this, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things. Can you bring me more things to hate and make me hate those things even more? They're like, sure, order up, right? So there's this transformation that comes in with all of this of, that we can focus on gratitude, what we do want. I've talked about the like a little kid going into a bakery and whatever they're pointing at through that little glass case, the baker loads up a dozen of those, and they're like, "I hate those donuts." And the baker's like, "Well, why are you pointing at what you hate? Point out what you love, and I'll give you dozens of those instead." So there's this transformation that comes in here with these power of choice, this energy that's coming in here. And they just want you to be aware every moment is a choice. We're always choosing, and wherever we're choosing the most is what happens. There was a great video that I saw this morning, which I should have grabbed it, but it was from this little young boy. His name's Prem um, Rabat, Rabat. You can probably search it on YouTube, but he was really cute because he was talking about what we practice is what we become very good at. If we are constantly practicing complaining, we're going to get really good at complaining, and we're going to be able to find things to complain about where normal people can't, because we're going to become so good at it. We can also focus on finding joy, and if that's what we become really good at, we can find joy in a situation that other people can't as well. So I really like that. It was a wonderful. He's a cute little kid too. He's just you can tell that he's like an indigo child, or an old soul in a little boy's body, because the way he was talking, you're just like, wow, so deep and so wise. So I really like it. And I feel like that's what is coming in for you there. So many blessings to you, Lisa, and thank you again for your donation. All righty. And love, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good to see you again. Oh, very good. I'm so happy, Lisa. All right. Thank you for your continued donations. I appreciate it. So let's take a look here. So 1 and 2. So number one, yeah, right. Let's take a look here. All right, we'll take a look at that. And then number two. All right. See what they have to say about L. Excuse me. We'll call her L. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh, whoop 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 whoop! Alarm! 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 So, I'll put them in order how they came out here. You've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is passion. This is a passion of yours. I feel like it's like something that you could really do well at, because it's something you feel so passionately about. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is that, yeah, I mean, you could be successful in that and you could do well in it because of the passion that you feel for it. There's definitely, you've got the Jupiter energy that shows you that there is this abundance, there is this success that you can have in that area. You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, they'd have to, change some ideas. You'd have to really overcome some fears, see things from a different perspective, and cut away stuff. It would be life altering. I feel like if you went full blown into this, it's like you'd really cut away expectations of what your life is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, etc. And then also what this industry that you're thinking about, what that would bring in as well. It's like releasing that. That's what we have there. And then the 7 of Coins is that it would take a while for it to happen, though. 7 of Pentacles, last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So that means that maybe a side hustle for a while, right? If unless you want to be a starving artist. Hey, this is okay, but I like it. I feel like it would be successful, and it just feels that it's something that will take time to grow and time to really get into, as well. It is something that, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, that does show that it is a definitely something that'll bring you a lot of feeling of abundance and fullness in your life. And with that Knight of Wands, I mean, it shows you how much you're passionate about it. When you live your passion, you feel so full anyway, right? Oh, well, he can be a starving producer. And, they all no matter what, it's still you're expressing your art in some way, right? We're all artists of some sort. Hey, Needy, I already answered your question, on that, but, we, you actually are maybe when you looked, you were second, but there were a lot of people before you on my screenshots. So I think you might have come in when some of the comments had got deleted. So you're like 3 away from the free readings. So we'll be getting to you soon. Yeah, yeah. It's still an art, it's still an art. Accounting is an art to an accountant. If that's their passion. If it's not, it's, more like a prison. Alright. Alright, so number 2. Alright, let's take a look here. Um, you know, um, I would say be careful because we have the 7 of Swords, which normally this is about your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving and, etcetera, but with the High Priestess here, there's hidden and unknown things, here, and, even the Justice card is balancing things. I I would say no to that second question there. I just feel like there's some unknowns, maybe even some, um, former history with the Justice Department. You're like, "Oh, no." Or there would be trouble, um, with justice, with court and legal things. I just feel like this is saying, "No, don't do it." So, I would I would steer away from number 2 based on this. Based on current energies, it just feels like there's a lot of because I feel like they're deceiving themselves, they would deceive others to try to get what they feel they need to feel good about themselves, and it may be at the cost of other people. That's the kind of energy that I feel there. So, don't do it. All right. So that is what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So many blessings to you. Appreciate that. And before I go back to the free readings, just a big thank you to everyone that's giving a thumbs up on the video, the stream. It does help spread the Zen love. So I often don't tell you guys enough because I get so caught up in all the readings that it goes by. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate that. If you haven't checked out the membership video, it's pinned at the top. We do have new memberships out and some exciting things coming and giveaways. So if you haven't checked out the video, make sure to do that, both whether you feel like you would become a member or not. There are giveaways for non-members too, the people who choose not to become a member. So I just want to make sure everyone's aware of what's available. And also, there's a share of appreciation in there for everyone. So please check that out because I do. I'm so grateful for everyone just being here, liking videos. It is such a wonderful, a blessing. Whatever you guys have done, you've all been a part of the growing of this channel. So I really appreciate it. All right, so back to it. All right. Hey, Julia. All right. So, Starfall, you were up next. So, hello. So, if you went back to studying this fall or spring, how would it go for you instead of going back to work? All right. Let's see here. All right. I definitely wanted that one. All the rest of these, let me just reshuffle here. All right. So, let's take a look here. Well, we've got the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords has this, these are our own thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, and this talks about our beliefs that make us feel like steal from us, that are that deceive us, right? And we have here this world card, which is victory. So if you went back to studying, it's like it's just you'd have to get over some blocks that you have around education, around learning things, because there's something that's holding you back here. There's some fears that are related to this, but this is about leaving behind old cycles and the beginning of a new adventure that's free. I need to do this here to make it PG. And then, but you have temperance. It would take a while. There's this, it formulates, there's, this patience that comes in, but it is about turning lead into gold. So there is here that it would eventually lead to gold. Eventually, it would be a change of transformation of your world. And there's some fears that you have to overcome in making this decision and going forward. But with the world card, this is victory, it is success. Temperance, though it is eventual success, is success too. Because again, it's changing and transforming lead into gold. So that's what's coming in here, um, with that there for you. So that is what they have for you, Starfall. So many, many blessings to you. And then the next free reading up will be LA, and then Needy, you'll be right after that. And thank you, Love1234, for your additional donation. Appreciate that. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. All right. Whoops. All right. All right. We'll take a look here and see what was the motivation here for number one, and then number two. All right, and then the outcome. All right. So, with your first question here with L, I feel like they have this dream that they want and they want money. They feel like, it's interesting because you were asking, but it feels this way. Like they have this wish, this dream, wishing upon a star, and they have this wheel of fortune, which is, uh, it's not the normal meaning of the wheel of fortune because the energy that came in here is like, in order for my dream to come true, I need financial support. I need someone to, co-sign or join with me in doing something. So I feel like they're wanting support in living their dream so that their dream can come true. So I feel like that's the underlying motive underneath it that's coming in here. But yeah, these two cards coming in definitely, that's what that feels like. Because the other one would be they've won Powerball and they're calling to share money with you. That's probably not it. It's the other. All right. And then, on your second one here, you know, it just feels here like with these cards coming in here, the 9 of Swords, nightmare, insomnia. I feel like they're saying, you know, focus on doing it yourself here, not, so much getting these others involved in this here. Because we've got this other, you know, they're like, no, it just feels like that it would be compressed and there'd be too many cooks. Because this is about you, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture being true to you. And then also here with this, the faith card is the Hierophant, which is going inward and finding out what you want to do. Who do you want to be? Capital T truths. And this full card is about a new adventure, free of a lot of expectations, free of a lot of these, types of things, um, kind of things here. It's just like, um, uh, just there's so many roles, so many, I would say so many cooks in the kitchen type of thing, and this is your journey regarding, the industry you're talking about feels more you being independent and not being so much under someone else's thumbs and rules and politics and oh my god, you know, um, I don't know why I had a picture of Taylor Swift in my head rolling her eyes like, "Oh my god, talk about politics." That's funny. I don't know why Taylor Swift, but that's what it is. Yeah. So I feel like that's the, uh, 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 a piece of it. So that is what they have for you regarding that. So thank you, again for your additional donation, and I feel like you're a creature of creating things yourself. It's okay to know what and glean and, get a mentor or something like that, but I don't see you working for anyone. I see you working for yourself. Right. All right, and that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. And up next, LA. So I did see alarms. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So to your alarm, LA. Um, yeah. I wonder why. Leo, leader of things. All right. So LA, you want to know the energy reading on Evan towards you, you think you're weirding him out. Let's take a look here. It's because they are weird. Let's see, they want this one right here. No, and this would be the weird card. The 3 of coins, the 3 of pentacles is all about being true to our authentic selves. And it's because we wanna be different. We don't want to try to be who everyone else wants us to be, and if people are weirded out by this, then so be it. You got 2 threes here, which is creativity, being creative, being unique, sensuality, birth, abundance, but being true to your authentic self. So, it's like they're saying, if Evan thinks you're weird, it's because they're weird. You're a mirror. What you see in them, are they weirding you out? Because whatever you're seeing reflected, how are you weirding yourself out? How are they weirding you out? These are good questions to ask ourselves, right? But I feel like you're being uniquely you and you're different. It's me, alarm girl. See, exactly. That's your superpower, right? You go into situations and you have like what is it? The little minion that he had a little red alarm on his head, and he's all dee doo dee doo dee doo. But be weird because why hide our strangeness? Be ourselves. And if people don't like it, that tells us a lot about who they are. Do we really want to be around someone that won't allow us to be us? No. So, but I feel like the spirit is saying, yeah, you're strange, but they're strange too. Everyone's strange in their own way. But maybe ask yourself, how are you weirding yourself out? And how are doing the other? So that is what is coming in there for you. So da da da, boom boom boom. Hey Dijana, I did complete your reading. You were actually the first free reading on what good things are happening. So if you want to check it out, I did complete yours. Like towards the beginning, I think I had 3 donations, and then you were up. So boom, boom. All right. So hopefully that helps, LA. Be your strange self like the rest of us. All right. So many blessings to you. And up next, Needy. Yay, Needy Sarbaya. General, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for your patience. I know with everything disappearing, it's hard to tell when am I next. Someday when I hit it big, we'll have like a moderator who monitors a separate list or something. But wow, look at you. I think you're hitting it big before me. You've got the 9 of coins and the wheel of fortune, 9 and 10. So the 9 of pentacles is about you finding fullness and wholeness within yourself. Very independent here with spirit. And you have the wheel of fortune, which means there's this forward progression here. The wheel of fortune is turning where there's endings and beginnings, but it is bringing in wonderful things coming in here for you. And, the wheel of fortune is even, you know, it says that everything that unfolds in our life is for us. Just sometimes our human is like, has trouble getting on board with that. They're like, how is that fortunate for me? But when the wheel of fortune pops up, it's the tune of for you, the for tune. And so even your human feels whatever's unfolding is abundant and full and overflowing. So I like it for you, Needy. This is abundance in whatever way abundance feels for you, whether it's love, money, career, all of it, whatever it is, friendships that you're about to feel like your life is just full and overflowing, but you're independent of this. It's not that other people are making you feel this way. It's from the inside out, not the outside in, with that 9 of pentacles. And then with it inside out, that's what brings it to the outside world too. So I really like that. Sorry, my ring's about to fall off. So I like it, Needy. Well worth the wait. Boom. How they say it's a glow up. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Let me just scroll a little down here. All right. And Julia, you are up next. Hello, hello. And you like messages from Spirit regarding love for the month of August. All right. And I am receiving all that love that you're sending there too. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So, messages of love for August. Well, you do have new opportunities coming up in the outside world here of abundance. Both of these together are huge feelings of abundance that are overflowing. The Ace of Coins is about finding your relation to your worth to the outside world increase too. I mean, there's this strength that comes in here. And then you have the beginning and the end, the one and the final of the suit there too. So there is this fullness that comes in here, this wholeness, very grounded, very overflowing, very, like I said, here's that Ace of Coins that he's actually wearing it here and even on his headdress, that there's just this fullness, this around love. So a heightened opportunity, seeing your worth in a different way, and just feeling like king of the world or queen of the world or ruler of the world. It just feels very positive with those cards there. So beautiful, beautiful energy. And that's what they have for you, Julia. So many blessings to you. Right. And Keel, you are up next. So, how is the subconscious mind supposed to work? All right. We are going deep. Here we go. Um, if your subconscious mind has angry memories fixed with someone, so subconsciously, but consciously, you choose to be calm this time. In reality, will you still act out angry at them? What a great question. Um, I'll pull cards here and see what spirit says, but it definitely feels all right. There we go. Yeah, I figured that's would probably be their answer here. Yeah. So we have the Chariot card, the power of choice in every moment, right? And we have the Five of Swords, which has to do about the conflict that happens within us around thoughts and beliefs. So what happens when we have anger in our subconscious, like if it has this pain that's attached to someone, we're going to do things subconsciously, because that's why it's subconscious. We're going to be doing things that we don't even realize um, toward them. We're gonna we're gonna be like uh, we're gonna know that they're gonna be at a party and we're not gonna want to go. There's gonna be some things that we don't know why we're wanting not to do and to do things that are related to that. But we can still, like you said, consciously override. We always have the power of choice because we could want to, you know, throw something at them from across the room, but we can choose not to. The emotions will still be there in our subconscious. They may be expressed in different ways, like passive aggressiveness, different things in the outside. We may not take direct action or choose not to take action at all toward them. But that doesn't mean that the feelings aren't just, going through our system. We're going to feel it um, subconsciously. If it doesn't make it into the conscious world, it's still bubbling down there and creating stuff. But when they ignite from the subconscious into the conscious, that's when we're tempted to make action, but we can still bypass it and go, nope, we are not going to get in a fight today. No, I'm not going to open my mouth. No, I'm not going to give them a dirty look. No, I'm not going to, um, steal their lunch. I'm not going to, whatever it is that, like the little inner child is going, I want my toy back. I don't want them. So hopefully that helps because you do have the five of swords is the conflict. Normally there's like two swords, the ace of swords and two swords, which is the battle between our higher mind and our lower mind. The lower mind wanting to take revenge, wanting to do things, but the power of choice always, we have it in every moment. If we're on autopilot, where we're not consciously being aware, that's why we do stupid things and we do get in fights. We do act out. We end up in jail. you know, we end up with a fine. We end up having to eat crow. Whatever it is. But hopefully that helps, Keel. So many blessings to you. Thanks for that question. I understand it a lot more now too. So cool. All right. And then Divine Beauty, you are up next. So who is coming towards you? Let's take a look. And then Luna Ray, Grace, Lynx Lee, Rainbow Blessings, Marie Jones. You're the next ones here, in case you're wondering. So Divine Beauty, who is coming towards you? Who does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you? Don't panic. Right? What is this? Well, you have I like this. It's flow that is happening. So someone is coming towards you, and it's because this tower is removing something or someone out of your life to make space for them and to clear the pathway. Because here's the Eight of Swords, which is all about becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel blinded and bound and trapped. And this eight is like a flow of thought and belief, Jupiter here, which is opening up the pathway for things to happen. So I like it. Whatever this is that's coming here. Um, if you've recently had like people leave your life or situations happen where you're like, what the heck is going on here? This tower moment was they're always full of purpose, but you're going to see the reason for the purpose because it's allowing you to go in a direction you wouldn't have been able to go like a month ago, even. It just feels like it's very recent that whatever this was holding you back, but now you're able to move forward because of job, relationship, family member, somebody, something that's not in your way anymore. It's not blocking you from moving forward. So that's what they have for you, Divine Beauty. I like it. So many blessings to you. And then Luna Ray, you are up next. Hello, hello. So thank you for liking. That's a good reminder for me just to thank everyone for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It just helps spread the Zen love. So thank you so much for liking, Luna, and everyone else, and for being part of the love tsunami. All right. So, what are the chances of your person coming towards you this month? Wow. There are chances there for sure because here's your person coming in. But the devil card here, you got two major arcana here. And, this is about the possibilities of this month have to do in direct relation to how many of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are removing this out of your life. How many of the fears, the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to's, the have to's around self love and love of others, how much of that you're releasing and how you're raising your love vibration. Because the more we work on our self love, the higher we move. And that's where you guys are drawn together. It speeds up the coming together, right? So that is what is coming through for you, Luna Ray. Great possibility, but it's direct proportion to how much release of emotion and mindset that no longer serve you that you're letting go. It's like if you think of it as like a big hot air balloon with a lot of sandbags on it, these other things holding you at a lower level. The more you cut those away, the higher you go. And that's where you bump into each other is at the higher elevations. But until you both do it, it won't come there. So that is what the message is. So many blessings to you, Luna Ray. You're welcome, Starfall. All right. And then Grace, you are up next. So August month for you. Let's take a look here. What is going in here for August? All right. Well, these came out here very fast. Wow, look at you. So Grace, you've got, um endings. This is not a bad card. So we'll just make sure you know that because you got the sun card. Victory, abundance, overflowingness. Great card to have there. You have the 10 of Pentacles, overflowing fullness. You have the 10 of Swords, which is, they're not dead. They were exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations of everyone else, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts, blah, blah, blah. This is like, I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and exhausted trying to live up to what everyone else and worrying about what everyone else thinks. Chunking it, and you chunk it out of there, and you have this new journey, this feeling of fullness and wholeness, and this brightness that comes into your life. So August is a very beautiful place. It's like let go of all those expectations of what everyone else says is supposed to be, should be, need to be, and enjoy it. Because I feel like this is a dawn of a whole new adventure for you. And there we go. So that's what they have for you, Grace. And then Lynx Lee, you are up next. Anything significant? Any significant changes coming to you? I can talk sometimes. Let's take a look here. I would say yes, that you do have some significant change coming. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. It also has to do with looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. Seven of Swords shows you that you're becoming aware here of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets that have stolen from yourself, that have deceived you into realizing these false, lying thoughts, these accusations, the self criticism, the self talk that tells you how low you are and how undeserving you are, and blah, 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 are lies, all lies. And you're able to move past that to stand in your strength like Hercules, Hercules, very much standing in your worth and where you're at. So there is this transformation, whatever's been going on, whatever situations are coming up, whatever these ahas you're having, they're taking you forward more and more and more and more towards that. So I like it. It's good. It's very positive. So a significant change of how you perceive yourself, which then changes your whole perception of what you bring in. I know I say this quite a bit here, but if you check out the Take 10 with Zen, um, the episodes 4 and 5, they talk a lot about fate and how our energy and our beliefs can free us. So if you haven't checked those out, check those out because those might be tools that help you with releasing some of those things too and making some positive, beautiful changes in there. So that is what we have for you, Linksley. And then Rainbow Blessings. You are up next, and then Marie Jones, and then I'll have to switch my screenshots and see who's next after that. So, Rainbow Blessings, thank you so much for liking the video. Appreciate that. And how can you level up yourself in your current situation? All right, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, yeah. So you had a few cards come out here, but they're basically telling us a lot of the same stuff here. So how you can level up, you've got the 6 of coins and the 4 of coins. 4 of coins has to do with your worth and relationship to the outside world, and if you're trying to find the stability of yourself in the outside world, it comes down to the 6 of coins here, the 6 of pentacles. This is what I was just talking about too with Links Lee, where there is this the video that talks about this is my take 10 with Zen. It's either episode 4 or 5 that talk about the 6 of pentacles and how you can look at what is it, where is the out of balance, giving and receiving, where is that existing in the subconscious, what is keeping things away, keeping things from coming in there, because you do have here the 8 and 9 of one I'm sorry, 8 and 9 of swords here, which tell that there are thoughts and beliefs that are below the surface that are keeping things away, that has this force field around you, poking you in your butt, that keeping you from things from coming, keeping you like a glass ceiling, keeping you down, going, no, 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 you don't deserve to be any further than that. And it does have to do with the your energy and feeling safe and expressing your energy and where you're expressing your energy here with the Palace of Wands. So both of those videos talk about how to correct the out of balance feeling we have of giving and receiving and being aware of where we're investing our energy in each moment, because we're huge co-creators of what we're expanding in our life. You know, whatever we focus on grows. Like attracts like. You know, if we are focusing on what how we're not, you know, doing something, how we're falling short or missing something or don't like something in our life, we're actually feeding it and it gets bigger. But we have this other, you know, this other energy that comes in as well with all of that. So if you check those out, that I feel are two tools that will help you expand and help you, like you said, level up yourself in your current situation. Because if you feel like you're not at a higher level, there's some energy and some beliefs in your subconscious that can be tweaked to lower the shields and allow you to move forward and level up. So that's what's coming in for you, Rainbow Blessings. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you, Love1234, for your additional donation. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll take a look here and see here. Ah, okay. I get you. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. And also pick a number between 1 through 6. Please. Just ordering you around. All right. Yeah. Hey, Aprilia. Yeah, so this confirms. All right, we will pull from there. So we've got the Emperor, Aries energy, doing it yourself. Here's Judgment, calling. It's a calling from your higher self. So you're gonna not go at it alone. That, you know, It's like this is like spirit will provide. The emperor is you standing up, you know, making your own decisions. You here's the emperor, the this would be entrepreneur, right? So definitely confirmed with those two cards there. Um, and then they said here, how do they suggest, you know, Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. I think you had the Seven of Pentacles, right? It would be a slow process. Things would, have to gather the resources and do things over time. That's why it would take time for you to do it yourself. But the Queen of Cups, again, she's like the High Priestess connection to the spirit world. They will guide you, they will provide, they will show you ways step by step as you go through it, but it does take time. It does take time for it to grow because it's not about getting when you're living your dream and your passion. This is a great reminder for all of us, including this one, um, that when you're living your dream, it's not about getting to a certain point. It's enjoying the journey, not just the outcome, but enjoying the journey and getting there. And so it's like this journey that's unfolding here. You'd have to kill someone. No, I'm just kidding. Death and rebirth. It takes this rebirth of your life here. And again, here's living your passion. When you're living your passion, um, it's amazing how we don't um when you're truly living your passion and you're not fearing outcomes, you just enjoy each step. And as soon as you start to feel like, then you're just like, okay, okay, okay. In the example like is today, I've announced memberships, right? And as soon as you do it, I love the process of getting it ready and creating it. Now it's launching, and as soon as you start looking at results and, well, I need to have it by this. I need to do this. This all, that's where it just squelches the joy. And instead, you're just like, you know what? When you realize it's this co-partner with spirit, and you're like, yeah, it's going to unfold beautifully. And what are you doing this for? What's your why? When you return to your why, you don't care about all that other stuff. It just unfolds. So I like it. I'm gonna do reverse because I feel like we want to do a fairy wisdom oracle. Yeah, and it's the growing. It's not the, well, I can be happy when. It's like I'm going to be happy now and enjoy it for whatever is going on. And there's no failure when you're living your dream. There's just living your dream, right? And it's funny that we got because you had the Queen of Cups, and here you have the water element, which looks an awfully lot like the Queen of Cups. I like it. 57, the water element. The keyword is flow. Water is the elixir of life on Earth. It is also a symbol for the astral fluid or universal energy that permeates all things. Water deserves our respect and gratitude since without it, there is no life. Honor it and understand what it is that you as a human being can do to protect its purity and not to be wasteful of it. This is like living the dream, right? Water element is associated often with the divine feminine. It is about love, fertility, emotion, and is also associated with the subconscious mind. Water has no fixed state. It is in constant state of flux. If this card has appeared to you today, work on consciously appreciating water and what it does for you. I like it. It's you know, especially the industry you're talking about would be constantly changing. When would you ever get to a ending point, right? It's like there's always something. Consider carefully all the ways you use water. How much do you use? Do you turn the water off while brushing your teeth? Are you consciously grateful for water? You may want to examine your emotions to see if they are tumultuous or on an even keel. Though it is natural for emotions to fluctuate, ask the water element fairy to help you keep them in balance so we can maintain balanced emotion while we're experiencing it, right? And this water fairy dances in the flow of the energy around her. She is joyous and buoyant as she moves with the current. She does not fight it, she moves with the flow. She knows that this fluid energy will take her where she needs to be and bring her to where she needs and desires. There we go. Since water is associated with the subconscious mind, you also may be looking at a need to follow your subconscious. Dive right into the depth of your nightly dreams and explore their content. They hold many messages for you if you just take the time to focus on them. Pay attention to your intuition as it works to guide your daily life. Ask the element of water to purify your emotions and your intents. Ask it to help you see clearly, as in a calm pool of water, what you need to know about yourself on a deeper level. You might be pleasantly surprised by what you discover about yourself. I like it. Be buoyant today. Just go along with the flow. There's a chant that says, I honor the fluidity of life. I dance in the spirit of water. I drink in its substance deeply. I am thus sustained. So be it. I like it. Boom, boom. There we go. Just flow. Be buoyant. Float, float, float. And thank you again so much for your multiple donations. I greatly appreciate it. You help support the channel in big ways. So thank you. All right. And then for the free readings, we are back to Maria Jones. I'm sorry, Marie, not Maria. Marie Jones. Hello, hello. So will you get better at your job in August? All right, let's take a look here. What did they have come down here? Well, it looks like you do have a balanced uh a pentacles balanced outside world that happens here. You've got the page of cups and the queen of wands, which shows you do have the power and the ability to move forward here for sure. She not only is able to exercise her abilities and focus and make things happen, she also has a lot of water. With this page of water, um, she's able to connect to the spirit world. So I feel like so much of this has to do with trusting your ability, understand the balancing of the heavens and the earth, which this normally has like an infinity symbol with this above and one here, which is kind of the above and below, which is bringing and trusting the spirit and your abilities and bringing that down into this world, understanding your power, stepping into it, trusting your gut, trusting your emotions, trusting that, connection you have to the spirit world. You don't have to separate them. You don't have to have work and spirit. You can move through life together with spirit hand in hand. And I feel like that you do have improvement if you step out of fears and step into your power, step into your emotions, your deeper emotions. Because I feel like um it's almost like you feel like when you enter, maybe you don't have to enter a building, but I feel like before you enter into working, you like change and you dim your light and you become someone different. And they're like, be more of you always. And I feel like that helps things, that helps you move forward with that. So that's what they have for you, Marie. So many blessings to you. Appreciate that. And thank you guys for your donations. Thank you, Aprilia. You'll be up next here. Let me just get my next screen up here so I know where I'm at. Let me get rid of this one. Oops. I think this was the one I just finished. Yeah. I just want to clean this up so I don't open the wrong one here. All right. All right. So Aprilia, you'll be up next. Apeshka, I do see your question. Um, for the free readings, this is good for everyone that's here. For the free readings, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. And so you just put your question out there, and I will get down to it in order. But if anyone makes a donation like Aprilia, and then I see random, you also donated. I do um, prioritize those and step out to complete those. So if you want yours done sooner, you can make a donation. Otherwise, you don't have to post your question again. I do see it there. So, and we'll get down to it. Hopefully, eventually. I've been on for almost 2 hours. I usually go a little longer on Friday and Saturday mornings because of the amount of people that are here. So I might be able to get to it, but if you want to make sure, donation of any kind does assure that. All right. And I am going to switch up cards here. I'm going to switch into the True Heart Intuitive. So, Aprilia, thank you for your donations here. So, you met a new friend. Ah, very good. And you checked your break. Okay. But she was asked out, oh, by your border. All right. Yeah, we'll take a look here. So you're just like, let's see what she has here. So what does Spirit want you to know here? How does she feel about you? How does she feel? We're gonna get, you allow me to get nosy. So we're gonna see how does she feel about your border and any advice regarding the situation. All right. So you got 3, 3, and 3. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got some pretty powerful cards here. Sorry, some of these are not PG. Let me just adjust some things here. Okay, there we go. So we've got here the Ten of Pentacles, which is about abundance and overflowing. This is like someone, they see you as someone that can bring wholeness here. The Tower card here too. It feels like here with the Tower, it's like, because this is things can be moved out of their life on purpose for purpose and brought into their life on purpose for purpose. And here's the Star card, which is like a wish come true, a dream come true. So I kind of feel like they see you as this, but maybe there's an maybe that's the your border is the obstacle. Let's see how they feel about them though too. So they definitely see you as like, wow, they think you're awesome, they think you're full of a lot of things here. Not full, you're full of it. And then they've got the strength card. They see the Leo kind of energy. They're very bright. They see power of choice. Um, and they've got the Six of Swords here, which is, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So I feel like they've taken action and movement. And so that's why they're like, well, okay, well, I'm going along with it. They feel like they're going along with the boat that's normally here on the Six of Sword. So there's like this movement, that comes in here. They see them as bold and strong, and because they asked them out and they took action. And I feel like they're kind of going along to see well, let's see what unfolds here. So I don't feel like they're as I feel like they're attracted to whatever their energy is. They're like, wow, you're bold, and wow, okay, you're confident. And they're like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. Because maybe they don't pick up what you are, how you feel about them, but they do think you're pretty awesome. Let's see what their advice is here for you. Yeah, we kind of knew it, right? Back off. The hermit's energy, right? Just step back. You know, oh yeah. And, we've got the 7 of swords and the 8 of swords. So, this is about just step back, focus on your journey, let that unfold. And we've got the 7 of swords, which is being aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stolen and deceived you in the past. And the 8 of swords is, the progression of flowing and allowing your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets to flow away, those thoughts that no longer serve you, those that did make you feel like this blinded and bound and trapped in the past. And so that's good. It's good, let them blah blah blah. I know, right? um I'll focus on myself. I because I the what I was gonna say was they're like, let them be a placeholder while you release some stuff because when it doesn't work out between them, then then you can step in and go, you know, I can understand why they weren't able to give you what you need because I can. Boom. I like it. So that's what they have for you with that situation there, and I like it. Thank you for your sense of humor. And then Mark, if you don't mind, I'm gonna finish Aprilia here, and then I'll move on to your question next. So since I'm connected to her energy already. So for your second question there, thank you for your second donation, Aprilia. Um, so how okay. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Oh yeah, I appreciate your donation. For all of you that make a donation, and of course in the membership video, I mentioned to everyone, thank you guys for all the thumbs up and all the support and attending the lives and sharing the channel with people. There's so much that you guys can do for free that you do, and I by no means appreciate you any less. And I do appreciate all the donations. People make donations too, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to like work like a full time job, and I wouldn't be on a pinch of what I am now and being able to do what I do. But this is what I do full time because of donations. So thank you guys so much for everyone there as well. All right, so Aprilia, you know, there is some thinking going on here. We've got the Two of Swords, which is this, standing in this, you know, um, fork in the road. And there is conflict here of their heart and their mind going on here. You've got the Five of Swords, which is you have the Ace of Swords. They have on one end things here, the other end things here. So they still have the thoughts that they're thinking about you here, because we'll focus on the thought piece with the swords, is they've got conflicting thoughts, and some of them have to do with fears of their own that have nothing to do with you, and then they have positive thoughts for you, the higher thoughts. But there's some stuff that's creeped in, that has that's their issue, not yours, but you've been a wonderful mirror, and that's what's, they're seeing, really like, and that's what has them at this fork in the road, a battle between their heart and their mind going on here. This is the battle of their heart and their mind that is showing up here because they do feel, they've got here this you know Four of Pentacles, which is feelings of home and safety, and Three of Cups, joy and celebration. But I feel like there's a third party that's come in that is, you know not not telling them, to end things, not to have this ending. But I feel like whatever this is coming in here, is this is where they're torn between, because they like this feeling, but then they also have this nudge that, and that would make sense with fight or flight. When we go into fear mode, like the pupils dilated. I'm in fear. What do people want to do? Run. They want to run back. So there's something there's a fear that's been triggered within them that, that has spawned something, and that's what you're feeling there. I feel like she wants to run, she wants to stay. Um, so there is this, you know, something going on inside of them. I feel like, um, let me just take a card here because I feel like there's this urge to communicate. You know, the Five of Swords came out again. So, I feel like you can bring it up. You know, I feel like you can say, "Are you okay?" I feel like that's what is like. You know, "Are you okay?" I just been picking up something different from you. Are you okay? And then that just opens the door for them to go, "Oh my god, blah, 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 blah." Or, you know, that'll bring a conversation up. That needs to come up, and that'll allow that it'll help alleviate fear, which I feel is an important piece with this. So, um, just you can just ask them, how are you? Are you doing okay?" Because I feel like, you know, um, something has been different, something you haven't been your normal, you know, yourself, or you know how to bring it up. So I feel like that's what they want to mention there. All right. And then I'm going to here. Thank you for your additional donation. I am going to jump to Morg's question, and then I'll come back to you as well here. And I just want to make sure. I'm just going to take a screenshot here. I just don't want things to disappear on us here. So I'm just going to take some screenshots. Got to follow my intuition. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. I think, well, I'll just do one more. I think that should be okay. Usually they don't have that many disappear. So, okay. All right. All right. Not a problem. So, so the Cash App, and I think I get confused sometimes because sometimes there's like people use a variety of different names. So random, that's Morg. That's is that you, Morg? Or is that so let me know. I don't think that's I think Morg, you're different. I think that's all right. So so you're in need of some advice, random. Let's take a look here and let's see what comes in here for you. In random, if that I don't think you're Morg. Yes, there you go. Thank you. So, so did you just need advice? You just want me to pull the advice, or do you have um because I feel like you and Morg have a lot of the similar energies, which is interesting. Some like you're different, but you're the same. Maybe you are know each other from a past life, Morg in the Void and random. You should chat. Okay. So when it comes to your friend Samony, all right, thank you. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Well, wow. Okay. So let me, sorry. You're going to see why here in a moment. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what unfolds here because I feel like you'll know what all this means because we've got here the first three cards that came out. I know, like, oh no, You got the 8 of discs, the 8 of pentacles, which means work being put in, blood, sweat, and tears, and things moving forward. Forward movement, right? And then we have the Fool card, which is a new journey, leaving behind the old ways and moving forward into a new adventure free of a lot of expectations, a new adventure, leaving old ways behind. And then the Chariot, which is movement forward and victory and movement, power of choice too, that you get to choose what, thoughts and emotions and feelings and etc that come in here. So there's all this movement and I'm like, okay, well, where is this headed? What does all this mean? And then we've got, let me cover up some private parts. We've got the Lover's card, the Two of Cups, and the Marriage card, the Four of Wands, joy, celebration, coming together. And I'm like, what is this? Is this taking a friendship to a new level? Is this taking a friendship to a deeper level? Um, it just feels like there's this, movement that's coming in here. And I'm like, okay, what is this about? Is this friendship? The friendship can't stay the way it's always been. That's the 8 of Pentacles is like, you reach a fork in a road. It's like it can't stay the way it is. It either has to go higher or away. It just has to go. Psst. Um, and so it can't stay the way it has been. It has to change by all of this and where it changes, you guys have a choice here, but it's leaving the old ways behind, moving into the new. The 8 of Pentacles tells me that too. And the Chariot card is all about choice. And then, I mean, you just can't make it up that you got the two relationship cards and the marriage card all came out together. I mean, that's just crazy. They don't have, well, as far as they don't have a should or supposed to or anything like that. Spirit's like you get to make a choice, and it always just brings something different. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about abundance, new birth, sensuality, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, take care of you. Um, so it feels very, if I would have changed the question to, is this beneficial? Is it for your a high experience? And they're just like, well, there's sensuality, there's birth, yeah, there's new love, higher love, self-love, cup overflowing. The only thing they have is the 5 of Pentacles, which is the feelings of abandonment, being left behind, um, being left out in the cold, overcoming the fear of abandonment, right? The fear of I'm not worthy enough, the fear of lack, um, that comes in there. So, with all of that, I mean, if you're asking, well, is it, is it, is it, how is it, is it a good thing? If will it end well? It's like, yeah, there's like no doubt about it. And on the bottom, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is new abundance coming in. So, um, yeah, it's like, okay, there's no doubt. I'm like, it has to move forward or it has to end. There's no, it can't stay the way it is. So you're like, do you want him out of your life? Then they gotta go. If I feel like they have feelings for you and they can't not be with you and be your friend. I feel like it has to be best friend sleeping over or no friends. I don't feel like it's like that's where it has to go. It's like it just can't. It would tear them up if you ended up with someone else or vice versa. I feel like it would be like you couldn't be a friend and have them because I feel like your guys' feelings have grown so much together. uh, is the energy that I feel. So that's what's coming in for you, random. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Lalima, I do see your donation. So Aprilia, you're first, and then Lalima, you'll be up after that. And thank you guys again so much for your donation. So, oh, Garfield passed away 2 days ago. He wasn't a well cat. Yeah. Yeah, man. What messages does the fur baby have? That's great. I feel like they have become one of your spirit guides, your animal guides. So I'm going to pull from the Ask Your Guides Oracle. Let's see what Garfield has to say. Yes, many blessings to you too, random. Thank you. All right. Kitty, kitty, kitty. What's this all about? Compromise, compromise. Let's see what comes in here. Yeah, I like it. It's the energy of concession, fairness, democracy, and neutrality. And I love it that they're calling themselves your master teacher because of the card. They're like, who's the master now? Mm. So your master teacher is reminding you that nothing is entirely good or bad, even people, and that every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours. Instead of arguing with or feeling wronged by those who refuse to submit to your point of view, give up your righteous and rigid demands and broaden your perspective to include the interests of those you struggle with now. That's funny. I'm just imagining a cat saying this, like, mouthing it, going, listen, you know how you always made me do what you wanted me to do? Well, listen, all right. It says mentally move toward the center and open your mind to look at the situation from their point of view, like, down below. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive as you deal with the current impasse, the truth is no one's trying to harm you. I love it. Yeah, it's such cat vibes, right? I wasn't trying to harm you. Yeah, I scratched you or whatever. Whatever. Instead, your detractors are simply supporting their own interests and priorities, which are different from yours. It's such a cat attitude. Rather than reacting emotionally to their resistance, strive to understand them. Be mindful not to be overly self centered, however justified it may feel. Strive to be fair instead. Garfield's message to you: accept that your interests are no more or no less important than those of people or cats around you. So the only way to progress to higher ground is to compromise. That's hilarious. I totally just I could picture a cat just going, "Listen, let's talk, you want me to do certain things, I wanna do certain things. The way we're gonna get through this is to compromise." And it's such a cat vibe. So I love that. Too funny, too funny. All right. So I love that. I love their energy. They're definitely around you. They're going to be such a wonderful spirit guide for you. Absolutely. Thank you again for your donations. That is great. And thank you for asking that because I got to feel this cat energy, which is I love cats. So I could so feel all the cats of my lifetime that came around to. So thank you. All right. La Lima, thank you so much for your donation. And okay, let's take a look here and see the question above. Let's see. All right, there it was. So I went right by it. I saw it. There it is. So, what is the energy and intention of Siddharth around my sister? Okay, she's confused whether to invest in it or not. Okay, we'll take a look at that one first here. Sorry, there's a little kid that's using the driveway for his big wheel. So sorry if you hear that. He's going, he keeps going, which is a great reminder for us to play, right? Enjoy it. Don't be the crotchety old man that's going to open the window and go, hey, quit driving down the driveway. How easily we forget what it was like being children, right? All right. So let's take a look here and see what are their actions towards your sister here, and then we'll dive into your other questions here. So energy and intentions. Confused whether to invest in it or not. Okay, here we go. Yeah, um, with these energies here, we've got the King of Wands, which there's passion, there's attraction there from them. But the Prince of Swords, they this is Knight of Swords, changing of mind, changing of thoughts. I just feel like they keep going back and forth. Like they have attraction, but they're not sure, blah blah blah. And I feel like here with the energy that's coming in here, is the Three of Wands is taking an off ramp, going a different direction. I don't feel like they're saying do not invest energy in it. They're having her move into a different direction because the Nine of Discs here is her, the Nine of Pentacles, being independent and standing on her own in this situation. So the nine is the hermit's journey. The Pentacles, the discs is the outside world. So for her to stay alone in that situation. So I would say that's if she's confused, say uh, she would know it would be an absolute yes within her if that was who was meant for her. And it's not, right? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, if we don't know, that tells us a whole lot, right? And they're like, no, tell her to follow her gut, which is telling her off ramp and go a different direction. So that's what they have there. All right. And then let's take a look here at your other questions here. So, all right. So, what's the reason behind the change in behavior? All right. Let's take a look here and see, is there a change? And if so, what was it? Okay. And then number two, the feelings of, and then number three. Ah, very cool. Becoming a lamp to the maws, huh? All the maws are coming towards you. All right. So for your first question here, no, there has been a change of energy in the group there because the 10 of wands is like the ending of investing energy in one and movement going to the energy of another. The six of swords is also movement, letting it's a changing going from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking and movement too. And the reason behind this is that it is time, like they've served the purpose for what you guys were doing. And so there is this movement to go in a different direction that's, happening here. There is an ending of energy and a focus. So it's like both of you and your sisters, the group, like you said, the group you were bonding with, this is movement. It is happening because you're being guided to invest your energy in a different area in a different way. It's like you've learned what you needed to learn, but now it's done. So that's what's coming in there. Your second question, Yeah, we've got the what, with those other what did we have over here? Did we have no? We've got the 8 of Wands, which is fast movement, a lot of passion. Again, they are attracted, energetically and physically, but the 7 of Pentacles is like they have this waiting. It's like they're waiting for something to happen here. I almost feel like with both of those situations, it's just like they have attraction, physical attraction, but they don't want to take action. They don't want to do things to honor that. I just feel like they want their cake and eat it too, as we say here in the United States. They want, you know, to get what they want, but they don't want to have commitment. They don't want to have to put things forward. They don't want to have all this kind of stuff. So, um, I just feel like just for both of your sisters or both of these individuals, I'm just like they deserve more. And I know it's different culturally and everything else, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm like, no, they deserve more. They deserve more. I just feel like, yeah. It's just like, if they can't, move forward, then they just don't deserve it. So that's what's coming in with that. Um, and then your third question, there is purpose here, definitely, because we've got the tempering here. I like this energy because you've got the Princess of Swords, which you allow people to see things from a different perspective, and you allow them to cut away their old ways of thinking and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. You give them clarity of mind around things, and you help them see that. I feel like part of what you tell them is that life is a process and they're growing, and to trust, their emotions, trust that things are unfolding. Things take time, and I like that. You don't try to fix someone, you share information with them. You basically show them here, you help them identify the emotions that they're feeling, and then you provide them tools on how to leave them behind and transform it so they can head off into something that's more in alignment with like dreams come true. So I like this. It definitely is happening. You're drawing people to you because that's part of your life path, to be able to show them, share your experiences. Your experiences you have gone through become, as they say, pages in someone else's survival manual. You are helping people through everything you went through. I like it too because you're seeing more and more too how um, the things you went through were on purpose for a purpose, both for yourself and for how you'd be able to help other people on their journeys and their paths as well. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you, Lalima. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right. And Silent Victory, thank you for your donation as well. Let me just take a quick look here. Oh, I love that, Aprilia. The Godfather. That is great. Yes, master teacher. I love it. All right. So, Silent Victory, thank you for your donation. And you like a general reading for next week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Ooh, some of these cards have nakedness on them. So, I will cover that up. I'm like, whoa. Okay. So, I do see here you have the Nine of Wands coming in here, which I like this Nine of Wands, which shows all the energy, the different energies that we can exude here, and that any blocks that were there before of you being true to yourself. I feel like there is this Connecting to your higher self here for sure, because we've got the strength card, which is your human and your higher self, and then the high priestess, who steps back, dives deep into the depths and behind the veil and connects to the spirit world. And I feel like this next week is a opportunity for you to see where these blocks that are coming in with the nine of wands, how this has been impacting your life. And I see here the six of pentacles making itself known, which when this comes in, this is like this over giving energy. um a variety of different ones, but this is the one that's coming through, is this out of balance giving and receiving from the past. If you haven't checked out my take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5, it talks about the six of pentacles and some awareness that this brings in around this out of balance that you can do um with your inner child. They're like 10 minutes or less for each of the videos, so they're very small, but it gives you some detail on how you can transform that and drop those walls, because you have both your higher self and the high priestess diving deep to bring these things to the surface, along with the king of swords, whose roles here with the ace of swords to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve, to set you free. So you have all this energy in here to help you bring forward ace of pentacles, which is new abundance, new worth in relationship to the outside world too, which helps bring in abundance. So if you've been feeling like you have like a forest field that's keeping things away from you, that's keeping things at a distance, love, abundance, raises, jobs, whatever it may be, it's because your little inner child self, that forms between 7 years old and younger, is at a little control board putting up force fields going, no, we don't deserve that yet, and blocking things. But this process helps unfold it and helps things open up. So really check out, it's the link is, I think, in the description box, but if you go to my main page, you'll see the playlist there. It's take 10 with Zen, and it's episodes 4 and 5, or how many ever you want to listen to, but those two are about fate, about does fate exist and our impact on fate. And that's what we are doing with bringing in things sooner than later, with abundance and love, etc. So that is what they have for you, Silent Victory. So many blessings to you. It's exciting, it's freeing, it's very much opening there. All right, and that is what they have. You are very welcome, Marie. I'm glad you found your reading there among the couple hours there. I know it can be uh, a little bit of a scavenger hunt. All right, so we're back to the free readings here. And I am at like 2 hours and 22 minutes. So I'm going to go into, rather than signing off, I'm going to go into what I call lightning round mode, which is for free readings. I'm going to go down to one card readings just to try to get answers to as many people as I can. If you do want me to go deeper or prioritize your reading, a donation of any kind will allow that. But that's what we're going to do for the remainder of this. I probably won't go beyond 3 hours. That's usually when I'm like, so we'll definitely try to get through as many as I can. Oh, wow. He had a broken spine, a broken foot. Wow. A tumor. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's like, I'm done. All right. So, Lily, you were the next free reading up. So, any blessings coming to you soon? Excuse me. Definitely with the Knight of Wands. Fire, fire. It's the fastest moving horse out of them all. And so, you definitely have a blessing that's coming very fast, very soon. It's going to come out of nowhere where you're just like, what? Wow, where did that come from? So, we like that. It's a nice surprise. It's a beautiful blessing that's coming, I would say, like over this weekend type of how fast it feels like it's coming. It's the fastest moving horse. because it's a horse on fire, right? So I like that for you, Lily. I do really feel like it's going to be something very nice, very quick here. All right. And that's what they have for you. So, Libra girl, you're up next. A love reading. Anyone planning to propose to you? Let's take a look here. Well, there is in your future here with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a very positive yes, 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 that there is someone. I don't feel like it's super duper. I don't even know if it's someone you know right now. It feels like future, not like present kind of, scenario here. I feel like you're working on balancing things, of course, being Libra girl. You're balancing things out, and this other person is balancing things out, to be able to come into your life. I don't feel like you know him yet. That's this feeling that I have. I feel like the people who are in your life have good intentions, but just poor follow through. So I feel like it's someone in the future. So that's what's coming in. All right. So that's what they have for you, Libra girl. And then I am amazing. You are up next. Messages from your Leo. Let's see what they have here for you. Bye bye. No, I'm just kidding. Death and rebirth. The message they have for you here is that they are going through a rebirth, that they have a lot of stuff ending and beginning in their life where they feel like they are transforming, they're changing. I just feel like they're showing me in my head like an earthquake of where plates are changing beneath them, and they just feel like the ground is moving, and totally they feel out of kilter, not out of sorts, but just kind of in a whole different place. It's almost like I feel like a phoenix with their life is burning down around them. I'd see this like their life is burning down around them, and then they're going to be rising from the ashes. But I feel like they are saying, with all their Leo fire energy, they're just like, I don't know what's happening. I just feel like my life is going up in flames. So that is what they have for you there. Um, I am amazing. So hopefully that helps with what is going on right now, between you guys. All right, and then Daisy, you'll be up next here. Let me just see here, Lulima. Yeah, Lulima. You know, you're the thing is that people just trust your heart and share your heart. They make their decisions, right? And if they even if you told them, to leave, and if they don't want to leave, they're not going to leave. If they want to leave, they'll leave. You give them information, but they ultimately make their choices. So just follow your heart. And if you're concerned about giving um, information that's going to push someone in a wrong direction, um, you know learn to still yourself more and more and more. That's where, in the beginning, when you're sharing things with people, our own fears can get involved. But if you're speaking from a place of peace and unconditional love, you're turning down the fear noise and you're turning up your frequency and hearing from spirit, right? So just if you feel like, oh, my fears are coming in and I'm misguiding, just try to lower your fears, and it's okay to say, I don't know, my heart goes out to you sometimes. It's okay. All right, so Daisy, you are up next here. And so you want guidance on your love life. All right, so let me just reshuffle these real quick here. All right, so we are doing one card readings. So let's take a look here and see what advice we've got here. Well, 10 of wands. So the advice is really focus on where you're investing all of your energy, because you are exhausting yourself focusing on too many things. There's things that are saying, I'm urgent, pay attention to me, but they're not important. And you can choose, focus your energy on important things, not urgent. Because if it's not important and it's urgent, you can just let it go. You don't have to do it all. And I feel like that's their message for you here is choose a few things you invest your energy in. Don't try to accomplish 500 things. you know, Focus in on one important thing and then allow two more. Getting it down to one will whittle it down, but you probably are like, okay, three things I can focus on, but not 10. Three. All right. So that's their advice for you and guidance for you, Daisy. All right. And Naya, you are up next here. All right. Well, here come your card come flying out here. You want to know their current feelings for you and should you wait for them? All right. We've got the Page of Coins here, which is new opportunities that are opening up in the outside world. The overall energy I'm getting from here is that they are it's like this card is for both of you. Like they're looking to see, it's like they're not jumping forward. They're just wondering, is there anything more? Like they have this fear of choosing, like, okay, but what if something better comes down the road? And we don't want that. They would know if they knew. And I feel like the Page of Cups is telling you that there's new opportunities forward for you as well. And that I wouldn't wait. I feel like they're saying if they um, aren't willing to say, "Yeah, I have no doubt you are the one for me," then they have doubts, and then you're like, "Well, I don't. Bye." And that's kind of energy I feel coming through here, is you have this new opportunity and because they will know and you will know, there won't be any question whether you should or shouldn't. So that's what's coming in for you there, Nia. So many blessings to you. And then family tree, you'd like a general reading. And you are welcome. You have the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, but it's also the pursuit of higher truth. If you're wondering if you should go back to school or if you should pursue something of higher knowledge, absolutely yes, with this card here. This is about seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away the small t truths, the fears that are keeping you limited and held back. This is about moving forward. And it's the pursuit of the Ace of Swords, which allows us to connect to the capital T truths of unconditional love and cut away these old opinions that have been told to us, these fears of failure, these fears of losing love, these fears of rejection. It's like, why do I fear all that? And it's this release, this freedom that comes here. So I feel like movement forward, movement upward, higher education definitely would come in that card as well. So that's what's coming through for you, family tree. So many blessings to you. And then Shivani, Rawal, hey, hey, I am doing well. And you asked, has Vidit told his friends? Oh, I'm sorry, we already took care of that um, through your donation. So, DK, you are up next. So, will you be able to achieve what you're thinking of in your career next month? All right. Yeah, you definitely have the energy and the power to do it. The Ace of Wands does tell you that you hold the power in your hands, and wherever you focus your energy is what does grow and expand. So, um, we have the power and the ability. We have fated events that are, sooner or later. It's this Take 10 with Zen videos that I put out, number 4 and number 5. If you're interested, check those out. They're less than 10 minutes each. But it talks about wherever you focus your energies, what grows and expands. So if you're focusing on gratitude for what you do have and focusing on positive, unconditional love and joy and laughter and those higher things, we draw in higher vibrational things. If we fear, oh, I'm going to fail, I'm not going to do it, well, we're inviting those lower vibrational energies in. So they're saying it's all in your hands, that you have it all right now. So I like it. You have the ability to bring it in and to make it happen. So that is what they have for you, DK. So many blessings to you. And let me just make sure here. Okay, I think that one's a different one. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure here. Going in order of screenshots because there was some stuff that got deleted. Let me just see where we're at here. Yeah, that's still those up there. All right. I'm so sorry. Just one quick sec here. I just want to see here. Okay. Just want to make sure I did them all in order here. So sorry. Oh, there are timestamps. Duh. That does help. All right. Okay, so that was 10:38, 10:39. Okay, and that would have been to this one here. Okay, and then I had that's when I had my donations. Okay, I'm good. Thank you guys. So we had left off with Seba Fatima. You want to know how does M view you and feel about you? All right. All right, yeah, and then we are actually up to what's on the chat here, so I can just close all these down. Because you're right here. All right. So, how does M view and feel about you? Let's take a look here. Well, they're figuring things out here. They got the Justice card, which, Libra energy, the balancing of the scales. They're going back and forth. They're trying to see things from a different perspective. But there is this kind of, they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's like, well. Just feel like they're in their head a lot. And they fear making decisions. They fear making wrong decisions. And so they just stand there not making a decision, which is a decision in itself, right? But I just feel like they have a lot of good things they feel, but they have a lot of fears that they have from the past that get in the way too. So I feel like they're just like, I don't know what I want to do. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? That's the kind of energy that's coming in. So I don't feel like they are making decisions. They're just kind of uh, stuck there in indecision. So that's the energy that's coming through right now, Seba. So many blessings to you. Aquarius 7. Hello, hello. So who is coming in for you in relationships in 2023? Wow, you got Sun. So definitely someone who's high energy, possibly a fire sign, Leo energy, for sure in this card, but it could be Sagittarius or Aries energy, someone who's very bright, very joyful, childlike, but not childish, with the inner child energy here. So they see things in a very bright, beautiful way. Um, Positive energy, like you said, upbeat, endless energy. People are attracted to them. I wouldn't uh, be surprised if they're not in a place of leadership or where people in a position where people look up to them because of their just energy just asks for it. So those are some of the things they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. Right. Okay, and we did those. We did those. All right. So I think we are getting into where we started doing other things. So this will be a little faster going down the list. I just need to find here. Okay. So those were donations were made. We answered that one. We answered that one. So sorry. Thank you guys for your patience as I scroll. All right. So Rashi, Rachie 000000. What spirit wants your partner to know or understand? What spirits want your partner to know and understand? All right. We've got the two of coins here, and there's this balancing coming in here of the outside world. So it's important here to kind of step back in a way. And usually it's like this way where it's an infinity symbol, where it's this cycle of look at things from a higher perspective and then down. And it's cycles. It's understanding that the outside world moves in cycles, almost like a rubber band. Things are brought to us, things are moved away from us, things are brought toward us, things are moved away from us. So understanding that this balance is it's there's always a balancing, there's always a return, that there's always a cycle. And when we're walking around in this human world, we're going to see that over and over and over again. So, if we don't like things, it's like Colorado Springs weather here. If you don't like it, it's going to change. Like it was sunny probably an hour ago. Now it's overcast. It's about to rain. Then it can snow. Then it can be hot. Then it can be cold. We can have all four seasons in the same day. Just trust that if you don't like what's going on now, cycles are going to change. If you like what's going on now, don't get attached to it because cycles will change. Understand the outside world is unstable, but we find the stability and the balance by turning inward and upward. So I feel like that is a big piece of the message that they have right now for you, Rashi. So many blessings to you. Okay, and we took care of yous earlier. All right. So, Jeannie Vester, you are up next here. Let me just. Okay. So, a really exciting 3 years, huh? You're apprehensive about the future. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about your next 3 years here. I was going to say, the Wheel of Fortune does tell us that everything does happen for us. And the Wheel of Fortune is that your life is going to be changing. There's endings and beginnings where even your human believes that it is for you. It's the tune of for you. But there is something to realize when we're looking back over the last 3 years, advice wise, is that when we look at that life has happened to me, then we're going to have this victim mode and we're going to feel and have this lower vibrational energy. And we continue when our energy is focused on that, on lower vibrational energy, we draw in like attracts like, right? So we keep on drawing things in. There was this whatever we practice is what we become very good at. So if we practice at focusing on the darker things in our life, we're going to be really good at finding the darker things in our life. But if we can switch our energy and focus on what we're grateful for, what we do have in our life, then we can transform and change things around. I think that you would really benefit from watching the Take 10 with Zen videos. They're 10 minutes or less. There's only 7 of them right now. The playlist is in there, but it gives you ideas and empowerment around your life and around how you can see things differently, how you can transform it. There's also a free series called U times 2 on my main page that it just helps you realize there's 2 sets of us. We have our higher self and our human. This is a character, this is the true us, the actor, and it allows you to see things differently from a higher perspective. You see life differently. It moves us from life is happening to me to where we're questioning, why did I want this to happen for me? And it can transform things. But I feel like your life is about to switch and change. The more you invest into where you're investing your energies, the faster the change happens because you're raising your love vibration. So check out those videos. I think they'll give you some great insight in those as well. So hang in there, Jeannie. All right. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And Von Shika Garg, will Anand take action towards you? you know, We've got the 9 of swords coming in here, the nightmare and insomnia card. I feel like they have fears that are holding them back, and they are a mirror for you to of your own fears of what do you fear around relationship not happening, happening or not. You know, the nightmare and insomnia card, it gets to the point where you have a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and a must about around relationships that can be transformed and changed because we've got so many in our brain that we've been given all our lives um, that we fear rejection, we fear failure, we have so many fears and we have so many of them tied to our worth that there's this change that can happen, this transformation that can happen, and things can um, these fears can keep us in a cage, keep our heart in a cage, keep us held back from things. But when enough of it happens, we can see what we need to do and how we can move forward. That's why you have these mirrors that come into your life to show you how you feel about yourself. So, when you look at the question, will they take action toward me? Will I take action towards me? What can I do to raise my own love vibration, find my own self love? I feel is a big piece that's coming in here. All right. So that's what they have for you, Vanshika. So many blessings to you. All right. And a, a peksha, right? Sorry if I murdered that. Is a job change in the cards for you? Any advice with regards for your career? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. What do they want you to know about career? We've got the Knight of Cups, which is emotional movement. And, you know, I feel like there is this job change that is coming in for you, but the Knight of Cups is uh, like this advice from spirit with career is try to get out of your head and into your heart. What would make your heart sing? What would make your heart feel full instead of like living someone else's dream where you wake up in the morning going, I'm existing. I'm gonna go live my dream. Yay. Whereas if you're living your dream, you wake up in the morning excited. Instead of hitting snooze, you're getting up earlier than your alarm and you're ready to go live your dream because you're excited about it. So I feel like Spirit's advice is to search for something, your high heart, what would make your heart sing, your heart feel full, and chase after that. Your heart knows the way, run that way. Don't try to keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's not going to make you feel full and full of life. So that's what they have coming in there for you, Apeshka. So many blessings to you. All right. And I think I just had a donation come in here. All right. Thank you so much, Lalima, for your additional donation there. And so we will move you up. And then Nuza Miranda, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. I'm getting kind of towards the bottom-ish. Maybe, well, where did it go? Yeah, I'm getting closer there. So I'm getting close to 3 hours. So I think I might be able to get through most of you guys. Just checking in there. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me open that up. I can see it a little better. There we go. All in one spot. All right. So La Lima, thank you for your additional donation. All right. Sorry, I don't want to lose my spot. Okay, there I am. Okay. So, okay, so advice on that. Okay, I think there's a question in there, and then I saw it at the end. Okay, so you think you did give more benefit of the doubt and try to understand where the person's coming from, you have empathy. Yeah, right. Well, having empathy is all right. Sympathy, becoming a sympathizer, going, yeah, that sounds great. Whatever you want to do, let's go do it. Empathy is going, I understand where you're coming from. I see your heart. I feel your pain. Sympathy is like, "Yeah, that jerk, let's go cause revenge." That's the difference, right? Okay, I get where you're coming from. So just kind of advice on what, you know, how to approach, giving advice and when people are asking you, right? Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I mean, the energies that we have here, I mean, we have people have fear, and when you realize you can bring it into a simple, two of swords. Every moment is a choice between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And when you help people see their fears, you help them with their energy. You help them with their, the stuff that the first thing that you do with you empathizing with them is you're allowing the fear to subside. You're allowing them a safe place for them to calm down and to step out of fear. Because that's the first thing. You can't talk to anyone while they're in fear because they're in fight or flight mode and they're la 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 la. All they can see is their fear. You try to give them advice, they don't hear anything, right? So the first thing that you're doing is so beautiful is that you allow this space for venting, you allow this space for empathizing. You're allowing this space where it brings them into this place of calm, right? And then you're showing them choices. You're not making a choice for them, you're showing them choices. And trust me, people will never make choices differently until they are ready. And you can't force anyone to change their mind. We can only change the world through changing hearts. And how do you change hearts? You change it by giving unconditional love. And that's what you're doing. You're listening, you're comforting, and then you're sharing information, but they are going to decide what they want to do. You're not the ruler over them. You're not the boss of me. They're going to choose what they're going to choose. You don't need to defend. Here's you, the 7 of Wands, you're standing up on a hill, you're shining bright. This is exactly what I was talking about too, with being a giant bright light in the darkness, and you attract moths. They all come to you for answers, they all come to you for guidance, and that's okay. You give what you can. Um, don't fear, "Oh, I'm gonna be responsible for their choices." If you're that powerful, people should fear you, but you're not that powerful. None of us are. Uh, Having been a supervisor for decades, trying to make people do what the corporate wanted them to do, they only did what they only did what I wanted them to do when it's what they wanted to do. If they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't do it. So there's you know, we can uh, turn in our little deputy's badge going, I have no authority. People are going to do what they're going to do. And that's what comes through here with the 5 of Cups is everyone, we come down here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience the lower vibrational energies. And so they're going to experience and witness the lower vibrational energies. When they're ready, if you are teaching that every moment is a choice, an emotional choice, a mental choice, energetic action choice of either unconditional love or fear, then you're helping people understand what their fears are, and you're learning about your fears through them too. So hopefully that helps. It releases you from this fear of being responsible for other people's choices. Just have a disclaimer. Hey, I'm not a licensed counselor, but if you want to bounce stuff off me and you want advice, ask for it. I'll give you advice, but it's up to you. You're an adult. You make your own choices, right? So I feel like that's what will help with that. So hopefully that helps slightly, Ma. Let's see here. Um, yeah, and that's okay. And that is great. You allow, like we talk about mirroring. everyone is a mirror, and you can ask them, what are you learning about yourself through that situation? If you have a chance to check out Byron Katie, amazing. She has a worksheet at her website, thework.com, which is a beautiful turnaround. It helps us understand what is the mirror I'm looking at. Because, if they don't realize that all of your stories are happening in here, all of your emotions are happening here, all your energy is happening in here, all of your actions are going to impact you. When you realize it's all about yourself, then you realize all the mirrors you're seeing are about you and that they're happening for you to learn. And I feel like that's what you help people do. But it's the adventure. There's not no right, no wrong. Everybody comes here to experience those lower vibrational emotions, and when they're ready, they'll get bored of it and they'll change, but they won't change until they're ready. When their fears outweigh the ugly feeling of not being, true or changing, they will stay where they're at. When the ugly feeling of staying where they're at outweighs their fears, that's when people make change as well. So all you can do is focus on you. And the more you fine tune your own self, the more clearly you hear spirit. So the more you turn down your fear noise, the more clearly you hear spirit and the more clearly you speak. That's how it is. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Lalima. So thank you so much again for your donation. And then Nuza Miranda, let's see, we're getting close to 3 hours. So let me just flow through here. Wow. What do they want to speak to you about? Well, it feels like there's the Palace of Coins is a safe place to invest money. It's a place of security here. The Palace of Coins, it reminds me always of Emerald City and the Wizard of Oz. It's like they want to talk to you about what they're searching for in life in the outside world. What can you bring me from the outside world? I almost feel like this Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. It almost is like they want to know if you can help them with something. You know, I need you to nurture me in some way. And it's like, uh, I don't know. We'll see. If you have something to give and it's something you want to give, you give. If it's not, you're just like, don't be afraid to say no. You don't have to say yes to what they're going to ask. But I feel like they're wanting to ask you for something that makes them feel whole in the outside world, whether it's money, attention, any of the five languages of love. I need a hug. I need to be touched. I think that is the same thing. I need to be told I'm loved. I need to be shown I'm loved by service. I need to be given something, a present, or I need your time. I need you to spend time with me. It's one of the five languages of love, I feel, is what they're asking you for. You're just like, oh, gosh. But that's what's coming in. So there you go. Many blessings to you. All right. Morgan the Void. Hello. How can you make your current living situation any easier? All right. Seems impossible. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we got the priestess. Step away from everything. Get away from the chaos. Get away from the noise. Connect with spirit, your higher self. Go behind the scenes. Dive deep. What is truly the fears that are going on here? And I feel like stepping away and seeing what is happening, seeing things from not being in the middle of it, seeing it from a distance, seeing it from a higher place, seeing it and understanding what is it that is making it feel impossible. What are these feelings? What are these fears? Because these are the things that are making it feel that way. So I feel like that can help there. That's what Spirit is recommending right now. Morning. So hang in there. Hey, SR66. Hello, hello. We answered those. We answered those. We answered those. We answered those. All right. And like that, boom, we are done. Like almost like at 3 hours. So thank you guys again so much for all of your questions, your love and support. I will be back here in 5 hours. And if you missed it, just a few last announcements here. We did start having memberships. So if you want to check out the video here, there are giveaways for just watching the video. You can comment and like the video, and you will be entered into a month-end drawing. So if you want to check out the video to see what memberships offer, and there's an appreciation too for all of you that always are, liking and sharing and attending, watching the videos, sharing my channel with other people. There's so much that you do for free, and in fact, even the thumbs up that you give the video, it really shows all that too. So thank you guys so much for all that you do. And then also, I have a weekly giveaway, and this is the link to that video. It tells you how you can get in to a weekly drawing for a chance at winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading. I also have a summer sale going on where I have half off my Hedges of Peace and Love and half off my personal recorded readings. All of that is listed in the description box of the video down below, but here's the pricing on the personal recorded readings. And then also, as we say, when we send out the pick a card reading at least once a week, this week's was How Can I Transform My Numbness? So if you want to check those out, I also have a ton of other pick a cards on my main page if you want to hear more messages of love from above. And then the final announcement today, we put out a new Take 10 with Zen, which is all about heartache. And for members, you already have access to episode 8, which is about heartbreak. So there's a difference between heartache and heartbreak. So check them out. All right, everybody. That is it for now. Thank you again so much for all your love and your support, all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And until I see you guys again, just know that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So till I see you guys again, have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And until then, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.